Alright guys, what is up? This is Mihai and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to cover an unpleasant news report that came out yesterday from South Korea. A Galaxy S10 5G model caught fire and completely burned out without an apparent reason. Keep in mind that this model is different than the S10 and it's the world's first fully integrated 5G smartphone, and it's scheduled to be launched in the US later this month. So this is a completely different breed of phone, and I'm not sure why Samsung calls it an S10 to begin with. Its display size is 6.7 inches, which brings it in Galaxy Note territory. Also, it has a fourth camera on the back, which is a time-of-flight camera that helps to accurately capture 3D depth data. And of course the 5G capability, for which Samsung had to squeeze in extra antenna modules. We've learned from Qualcomm that usually there are 4 separate antennas needed for each of the phone's corners. So this is quite an impressive device, and Samsung threw in everything they've got with this one. You can tell that by the price alone, which is $1,300. I'm not a particularly big fan of it, and I think it's a bit too much even, but we can't deny that it's certainly tech evolution. Alright, so this brings me to the burnt S10 report. According to a South Korean resident who bought one, after using it for 6 days, while the phone was sitting on the table, it started to smell like burnt, and smoke quickly engulfed the phone. He tried to pick it up, but it was so hot that he dropped it on the ground, and then the device's internals completely burned out essentially. The person, identified only by the name of Lee, published photos of the device as well, and indeed they show comprehensive damage beyond repair on both sides. The story gets even more interesting though, because Samsung refused to replace or refund Mr. Lee's device, suggesting that it was a user error and not a device malfunction. Afterwards, Samsung put out a statement about this incident in which they said that they have completed an external and an X-ray inspection of the burned device, and that they have found clear external traces, which suggest that this was caused by an external impact of the phone. This could be anything from dropping your phone on the ground to a more serious impact like hitting your phone with a knife or a hammer. I mean, as unlikely as that sounds, it is possible, and I think we've all previously seen some people doing that to their devices on YouTube. Now, we don't really know what happened, but to me personally, this story feels a bit weird. The first thing is that when talking to AFP, the customer identified himself as Lee only, and honestly, if I was in his shoes and my device mysteriously burned out, I would be pretty vocal about it and give my full name, my address, my phone number, whatever it was needed, and I would hold Samsung responsible and consider that they owe me $1,300. The second thing is that we all remember Samsung's fiasco 3 years ago with the exploding Galaxy Note 7 batteries. Those batteries had a faulty design, which wasn't really tested, and they acknowledged that in the end and recalled every Note 7 out there. But I'm not sure everyone is aware of the fact that after this incident and after how much money they've lost and what a bad publicity that was, they couldn't afford another such scandal. So Samsung really stepped up their quality control for batteries, and they've set up a very detailed 8 steps safety check system, which makes their batteries nowadays safer than most other manufacturers out there, I believe. So considering all these, I really don't think Samsung would risk such a thing, especially since they knew how much they are risking at the same time with a completely new device like the Galaxy Fold, and they have problems with that one already, but that's another story entirely, which maybe I'll cover in another video. That being said, I hope things will get clearer about what actually happened, and I hope Samsung takes responsibility if it really was a faulty device. That's been it, thanks for watching, I'll catch you guys in the next one.